So we all know that Wolverine and Spider-Man have had many adventures together in the comic book series before. Also had a couple of encounters that seemed a little bit more brutal than others. And that's basically what we're going to get into today. This is going to be my first time reading the story. I've never even picked it up. I just heard about it and I just decided to bring it to YouTube to see how it was going to end. So the book is called Spider-Man and Wolverine, and I'm going to be reading it off of my tablet right here. Damn, it's just a whole bunch of cover arts. God damn, they were promoting the out of this book. Anyways, let's get started with the actual story. It starts off with Wolverine. I am the best there is at, screw it, you all know the drill. Basically, Logan is telling us we already know his program. There's no need for any introduction. We're basically in Berlin, Germany. He's in a Hydra remnant safe house. You haven't lost your touch. Bill Branscombe, career spy, intelligence agent to the highest bidder. I don't think I've ever heard of Bill Branscombe. Is he like some type of dude in the X-Men lore? Is he somebody who's actually important? Let me know in the comments. Anyways, what do you want, Bill? World peace. But that doesn't seem particularly likely. No, I've got a different problem. Have you ever heard of the Janus Directory? I've never heard of that shit. It's a master database of the world's double agents. Logan did some work for them with the Red Skull? Or did Bill Branscombe do work for them? This directory is basically like an undercover facility that people would like hire to do work for, and Logan said that he's done work for them with Red Skull before. After Logan talks to Bill, it gets into New York City 1 week later, and here we have Spider-Man. And once again, Peter Parker is late for another day. Damn, you're already trying to ship this hella hard, Peter. You gotta let that go. It's gonna end up like one of those Gwen Stacy MJ situations. He really doesn't have that much luck with women. This lady says, I think I realized why your life's such a dumpster fire. It's because he's a superhero. But she said, it stems from your childhood, Peter. Your parents, who, by the way, you never talk about. I feel like it also does stem from his parents, but if we're gonna be honest, the bulk of it is him being Spider-Man. Then his Spidey sense goes off, and Logan pops up on this Harley that he has. Okay. I've had like a couple of favorite motorcycles Wolverine has ridden before. One of my favorite ones came from the X-Men Origins Wolverine film. Terrible film, great bike. Oh, hold on, bitch. Who does Logan think that he is directing to do shit? Peter Parker ditches his date and then they both suit up and they're at a defunct SHIELD storage facility. So basically, Logan has already tracked down the Janus Directory and now he's with Spider-Man. And now it seems like they're trying to get onto the SHIELD helicarrier. And Logan just got snuck by somebody. Oh, okay. Logan just got snuck by Omega Red and Kraven. What the hell? What is Kraven doing here? Peter says, not for nothing, but it would have helped if you would have given me a heads up these guys were here before. Obviously, Logan didn't know that Omega Red and Kraven were going to be there. Some banter goes on before the fight. They start fighting. For this line, I'm going to try to do my best Logan impression. Don't laugh at me. Not for nothing, bub, but I can see why you tried to kill him a few times. That was so ass. Oh my god. I'm gonna keep the voice acting for other people on YouTube. Okay, how does this fight end out? Peter's getting choked and looks like he's about to take back shots from Omega Red. Okay, but he gets out of that situation pretty easy. Kraven brings out a bazooka, fires that bitch at Logan, but Logan deflects it with his adamantium claws. He knocked it into the side of a building. Excuse me, he knocked it into the side of a mountain? Or is that a building? I can't tell. He was knocked out by the debris and he was buried alive. And he just pulled a Spider-Man. Literally just pulled a Spider-Man. I think Kraven has a thing about burying his prey. Like after he hunts them down. He has like a little kink of it or something. Wait, did they swap bodies? Peter Parker in the Weapon X program, what the hell is going on? Did they swap bodies again? Don't let this be like Ultimate Spider-Man. I don't want to hear no body swapping shit out of Logan and Peter. That shit was already weird enough. Logan is disoriented. He doesn't remember how he got there. And Logan is getting into it with the Green Goblin, and his wife just got thrown off a building by Green Goblin. So Logan is feeling all the agony that Spider-Man faced before, and likewise the same with Peter Parker, facing all the agony that Logan faced before. The past ain't the future. Memories can't hurt us unless we let them. Oh, so they basically had their memory being brought back up with like this type of toxic gas that Kraven has circulating around. Something I got some experience in. Okay, so what are we gonna do? So Spider-Man knows where the protocols are now, and he swings off and he goes to look for, oh, Mysterio. Peter Parker does some little techie shit to figure something out. Okay, so here's Peter Parker's parents. They were in Cairo and they were a part of this operation called Blackjack. Wolverine's fighting and Peter's trying to learn a little bit about them. And there's like this video. Oh shit! Logan was the one that killed Peter Parker's parents. And then it just ends off with Peter saying, I'm going to kill you. That was just book 1. We have to get into book 2 because this seems pretty crazy. I never thought they would take that route. Well, Spider-Man basically confronts Logan saying, you killed my parents. Sucker punches him in the face. Logan catches the next hit. Like, bro, Peter, chill. Peter does not want to fucking chill, dude. He starts talking on him again. He's just in a fit of rage now. And we all know as Spider-Man fans, once the dude is in a fit of rage, there's nothing that you can do to get him out of that shit. He's like, you killed him. I saw it happen. We go to a flashback of Peter watching the entire encounter. And yeah, that's for sure Logan. And with each frame that we see Logan talking to his parents, Peter gives him a hit for it, basically. He says, kid, I don't want to hurt you like you did my parents. He said, shut up and listen. I don't know what you saw back there, but think. After what just happened to us, all those mind games they shoved in our heads. You can't trust anything. Peter's still not going for that though. He's still not listening to Logan. He kicks him into the back room, webs him up, pulls him forward, and socks him in his face. All in the while, we still have like these flashbacks and videos of Peter's parents going through what they went through with Logan. Oh my God. That's so sad. Literally share one last kiss before their inevitable demise. Peter just sat there. He just sat there just watching all of that. It's also crazy because we see Red Skull and Logan in the background. So that just gives further confirmation that Logan did in fact work with Red Skull at one period in time. And Peter is just in a fit of rage. And we get like this cool glowing image of Spider-Man just angry as shit. Logan is really taking a huge beating right now. Spider-Man clearly tapped in. He's locked in with the Super Saiyan. He said, we both know your healing factor would help you survive a plane crash easily. Logan says, my memories from that time in my life, they're not reliable, Pete. I'm not gonna lie, it was still you though. I understand. It's like one of those Bucky things where Bucky ended up killing Tony Stark's parent. It was a different time period and it was a different life for him. Tony still doesn't care because his parents still ended up dying, which is understandable why you wouldn't give a shit what he has to say. You wouldn't care. You still killed my family. Peter's like trying to reason with Logan, but he just can't. He just can't find it in him to reason with him. So he keeps punching on. And Logan's like, he goes berserk. Logan got his jaw broken by Peter. And he just goes into his berserker rage. And he can't get out of his berserker rage once he's in that shit. Peter just starts throwing webs at him, but there's nothing that those webs can ever do. Logan just starts coming even harder and harder at Peter. Logan takes his claws and slices Peter's head. So Peter flies back. Logan gives him one good uppercut, grabs him by his hair, pulls him back, and then slices him. And they're rumbling right now. Peter dodges Logan, but Logan gets one more good shot at Peter. And they're just fighting. Logan snaps his jaw back in place. He's like, stop, just listen to me for 1 second. The whole situation reeks. You have to see it. It wasn't a coincidence that you found that video. Someone wanted you to find it. This was crafted by someone who wants you and me to come to blows. Craven said there's a group involved here, remember? And Peter's just not trying to hear it at all. Tell me you got it wrong. Tell me the video was doctored. Tell me anything. Logan's like, I can't tell you anything about that. My memories are already messed up. That very well could have been Logan, and I think that it was. Peter said, oh my God, you really did do it. And then he just goes into a rage and just starts wailing on Logan. He's not letting up one bit. Logan breaks out of that and he ends up stabbing Peter through his chest. Oh my God. I feel like what sucks about this storyline is that since Logan didn't have his memories from his old lifetime, you know, he was going through a rough patch in time. It sucks that Peter's parents have to suffer for that. And it also sucks that Peter Parker ended up being orphaned and he still lost even more family members down the line. So his life is just a continuous path of loss. So he has no other like family. He has no one to help him. And then figuring out that one of the other X-Men ended up killing his parents, there's nothing else that was left to be said. He couldn't help himself. This story was a little bit on the more brutal side of Marvel storytelling. And not just by the fight. It's brutal by making one of our characters, our most beloved characters, go through the pain of having an acquaintance be the one that ended his family's life. Created that hard space that Marvel loves to be in, especially when they did that in the Civil War arc when Bucky killed Iron Man's parents. It makes you feel like you don't know which side to choose. It makes you feel sorry for one side for being manipulated, but also you feel bad for the other side for their loss. I don't feel like I gained anything after reading this story. I actually feel pretty bad for both characters. But anyways, that's the video. And if you want me to continue reading comics, then by all means, tell me in the description. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.